Welcome to the channel. This is Geauxgreddy and welcome to the 2020-21 FIA Nation Series at Dragon Trail Seaside. This is race number 8 and tonight we are in something a little bit different. Tonight we are in the Redbull X 2014 Junior Racers. Interesting little cars, so stick around and check it out. Before we get to it, if you'd be so kind as hit the like and or subscribe, I'd greatly appreciate it. All right, here we go. We are again in a B lobby. If you do not know, I have been demoted or reset down all the way 30,000 DR points down, climbing my way back up from 15K. I'm up to around 24 and a half now or so, and being in B lobbies is, well, it's just ridiculous, as it doesn't really help the folks in the B lobby, and it definitely doesn't help me. As you can see there in P1's Pick a Pack a Polka Nut, he's also an AA plus driver who's been demoted. So basically all we're going to do is come in these lobbies and set faster lap times, start up front, and take away victories from folks who are trying to race with their peers, which, it's just silly. I don't know why GC Sport does it this way. So anyway, but you got to do with what you dealt. So I go out and I'm trying to set a good qualifying lap. I'm in P2 right now. You can see I set a purple sector there in Sector 1. So I've got Mr. Pack-a-Polka Nut beat through Sector 1, and I'm behind P2, the second ranked driver in the lobby. So I'm thinking he's got to put together a good lap for me. I can take that pole position, which would, I know would hold up probably for a top 3 anyway. And as we come here into this right-hander, he brakes early, and I'm unable to make that corner like I want to. So I got to back out and get out of the way so I don't hit him on that lap and ruin his lap there. So I exit out. That lap's ruined. I come out again. I get behind this gentleman, and he hits the one I avoid trying to hit him, and then I end up riding the guardrail there. So end up with P4 on the first race of the night. Not terrible. There's no real strategy for this race. It's medium tires the whole way through. The tires last without much trouble all the way to the end. And, of course, no fuel savings. You can hear us right here, burning the fuel and melting the ice caps. So throw it on the old radar. It was traction control 0. Wait for the lights to go out and just let the brake go. I let it go, and boy, I take off like a scalded cat right here. I'm just out the gates. No, it was pretty good start by me. As you can see in the radar below, no one's really making a run on me. I'm making a good run here on FVOLPIM. I'm not going to even attempt to butcher that name, so we'll just call it P2. And gentleman in P4 puts it alongside me, heading through the corners there. I give him some room, a little bit of bumping coming out, but nothing too major. Scroll through, make sure everything looks good. My brakes are on 2 to the front. That's how I liked it this race. Could go 3, could go 1, but I like 2. I don't know. I guess everyone's a little bit different. Got a little squirrely there coming out that right-hander. Right now, sitting in P3, I'm trying to get my DR up. I'm trying not to get any SR downs. I could finish right here in this race. This is, that would give me like 1,100 DR or so, 1,000 DR, and all SR ups. I'm happy as a clam. So as I'm coming down through here, I'm just toggling my lights at the guy, let him know, hey, I'm not going to try and send it on you, anything crazy. Just stay on the racing line. I'm just going to follow you. You follow Pick a Pack a Polka Nut. Let's just go on up the charts and get our DR up. Behind me, P4 ATK. Now I've raced him a few times since I've gone down to the B lobbies. He's pretty quick. ATK Uncle is, and so he's within my slipstream. So a little bit worried about that, but he gets wide there and scrapes the wall and starts to fall back a bit. So all I want to do is just break that slipstream to P4, that 4th position driver, and just finish this race, get out of here with my SR intact. So fast forward here to lap 2. Again, I'm right on the rear bumper of FVO and not in a hurry. I don't want to pass him. It's only lap 2. I'm not going to catch Pick a Pack a Polka Nut anyway. We're both out of his slipstream. There is no point in me, trying. He's faster than I am. He's got more pace than I do. Maybe if I'd started the race on his rear bumper, I could have hung out with him for most of the race, but I didn't, so I couldn't. So, again, I'm going to back off just a little bit here as I go into the chicane of death, and I couldn't see my exit, so I eat the wall. So 1, 2, drivers passing. Let's look at this again. As I come through the corner, you can see I'm right on this bumper. I take the corner, I just turned right before I needed to. I thought I was through it. So rip me in the nice fancy green Halloweenish style text effect there, since it is the season here in October. So yeah, free Greddy passes for all as the folks just drive on by. As you can see, I've got damage there in the right front. Coming here into this right-hander, I could feel it a little bit, actually. I could tell there was something going on the front end. I had to feather all the way down into second gear there to keep from just pushing through the corner. So car self-healed, all is well. We're on lap 4, and I am behind P6 here as we head into the right-hander. Now you can see they're starting to race each other, so I'm just kind of looking for my spot. Back it off right there. I'm not trying to push anything through here. Like I said, I don't want any SR down, so I'm just content with just hanging behind him as we go into the death chicane. I'm kind of hoping maybe one of these guys pull a Greddy, just eat the wall right there. No such luck, of course. All that means if I want to make a pass, it's going to have to be on the long straight here at Dragon Trail Seaside. Get on the brakes there slightly after that curb starts. Get down to the inside. Get on third nicely, but the car wants to push wide there. I guess it's the dirty air, not quite getting that down for us, but I'm making a nice run on P5, and I'm going to switch over here to, P6 rather. I'm going to switch over here to P5 and continue my run, and I'm really moving on P5. So I try and slip down between him and P6. P6 has slipped out to the outside, and then P5 came out of that corner wide, and then he brakes really hard and early, so I get the overtake going through the S chicane. So let's look at that again. So here's I'm coming down the straight. Now what you'll see here is I get behind P5. He's going to tuck in tight here, and when he does, usually the car sticks to the inside, but you'll see he jerks out and then hits me out, and then I of course hit who's now in P7 out, and that wasn't intentional. I thought for sure P5 would have just stayed in tight there, getting set up for the chicane S. So I'm not really sure what happened there, but I thought that I was going to have a really nice clean overtake, but it didn't turn out quite as clean as I wanted it to be. So now the goal is to get out of the slipstream of P6. So I need to put the head down here as I'm going towards that chicane S. I give him my outside right-hand side, which will leave me the inside line as we head into the chicane S. Again, he brakes really early, just like last time. So I'm able to go through there without too much trouble and take the lead, but he keeps just hanging in on the edge of that slipstream. Of course, heading through the death chicane. Can we get here alive? We do indeed make it through there, but he is still within the slip, within 5/10. So looking for a good right-hander here. Brake again a little late after the curbing. Try and get as much gap on him as I can. Heading in there. Get a decent exit, but I broke a little too late, so I compromised my exit, unfortunately. So error on Greddy's part leaves him the long straight to catch back up to me. And then I get on the grass a little bit, get even more. Now I'm going to leave him that outside again, so let him go to my right there. And then, now he's been braking early here every time, so he does again. So I'm able to just slide it back under. Now he's also backing out a little bit, which is pretty smart on his part if he's wanting to tuck into my slipstream. I see a yellow flag up here. That could be good for me. As I come around the corner, I see the flashing penalty as P4 FVO. I go whizzing on by. So look at him as he comes around through the chicane, eats the wall, and has that rubbery wall effect that just sucks your car to it. And then, of course, the game, because, you know, hitting the wall and the test chicane isn't enough, gives him a 1.5 seconds. So he falls back from P2 all the way back to P number 6. Final lap, come across the line, P number 4. So kept my original starting position, not too bad. Picked up about 1100 DR in that race, but want to keep that DR going up. So take my P4 and hop into a second race. So in this race, again, we are here with Pick a Pack of Coconut and the rest of the gang. And I am not in P4 this time. I had a little better qualifying. There's Pick a Pack of Coconut in P1 with the 137.630. Behind him, Mix Masker with the 138.169. And then I come in with a 138.186. I was having trouble catching people on my fast lap. So 138.397 is behind me, the Joker there. Again, it is the grid start. So you just got to wait for the lights to go out, take off. There we go. So heading down the straight, I get a great jump. Take note, Lewis Hamilton. You see Greddy go off the line like that? That's how you do it, buddy. Now I'm making a run here on Pick a Pack of Coconut, and I don't really want to force anything right here. I just want to get clean through turn 1. So I'm leaving some room on the outside for P3, and of course, he rams me off into the sand, into the gravel. I come back onto the track. I know that I'm ghosted right now. People just driving through me. Just passing me everywhere. I'm surrounded by little angry arrows, so I just hang out the outside here. I'm going to send it around the outside, and I can try and tuck it back in. Just stay to the outside, as dangerous as that may be, and get kind of stuck behind a rolling roadblock right here. So I got to find a way around this roadblock after getting, of course, knocked off the track in turn 1. So a couple guys getting into each other, and rip PCK attack as he goes off, and then rip Apollo Class as he goes off the track. I see more action up there as we go on by Chucky here. P12 just rips it right in front of me. Avoid that accident somehow. I don't know how we managed not to just die right there. That was pretty risky. So get an inside pass on him as I don't know if he just broke a little late there. He went a little long, a little deep, a little too deep. So Grady takes the inside. Now I'm careful here not to kill myself in the chicane of death like I did last race on lap 2. So I get through lap 1, through the chicane, on the rear end of P11. And then there's P10. Now, he was going really slow down the inside, so I'm guessing he had a bad exit in the death chicane. I tapped him a little bit as I go through there. Felt a little bad about that. Now P12 behind me loses as we go through the corner. Then I head down the right side of P10, who is Bam Bloodstain, who I've raced a lot in our A lobbies. I've kind of come up through Gran Turismo Sport with Bam. Now, I've never really had much trouble with Bam. I know other people have. I haven't. I don't know. I just never really had any major run-ins with him. We come through here. I back off because I can tell that I'm just not going to be able to force it through the S chicane. I get a nice undercut there as Rip Rex Racer. He loses it somewhere out of that S. So I get another overtake there, and I'm going to slip in here behind Bam. Now, I know he's pretty quick because, you know, like I said, we've raced each other. As the P10 driver gets on my inside corner panel, knocks me wide, but I think he let off the gas right there, let me go ahead and continue on, as I think he felt a little bad about that. Mix Masker then takes advantage of that. Now, Mix Masker is the one who knocked me off track at the beginning of the race. He was in P3. He originally had started in P2, but he had a bad start. So, Greddy, no revenge. I don't take revenge on folks. I'm trying to get that SR up, and I usually don't take revenge on people because you never know what happened. As he goes right across my bow, I back off. I get an SR down. I'm like, oh, are you kidding me? But he backs out of it. So, again, appreciate that Mix Masker there for backing out of that move after you came across my bow there. Some good sportsmanship shown there. Heading on down towards the right-hander. We are now in P9, and I've got P11 coming up hard on the right. Now, he really sends it from a mile back. He uses my door a little bit as a brake there, but I get an undercut fairly easily on him as I come back around the other side. Now, I'm a little concerned heading into the S here because it was quite a dive bomb. And I didn't brake particularly early or anything. I think he just saw the door open there and decided he was going to send it, and send it he did. So I get on the brakes late this time to make sure nothing happened. He gets into a little bit of a bump there with Mix Masker heading into the chicane S there. Now, heading into this right-hander on lap 3, rip R4M La Porsche. Then I go down the inside of Para there as I head towards the death chicane. So I moved up to P7. So from P15 in just a couple laps, we were able to make our way back up into P7. And from here, I mean, I can see P4 not too far up there. So I'm feeling pretty good about where I am right now. I'm thinking might be able to get a P4 by the end of the race. We still have 7 laps to go, and he hasn't been able to really kind of break away from us. So Timmy O really goes far left there. I'm surprised he didn't get a track cut-in penalty. I know if you can go a little too far left there, it'll give you a cut penalty. So I use a slipstream, go down to the inside. I'm going to see if I can't outbrake him here as we head into the S. Get on the brakes late, able to slide it down in front of him. Now I'm on Bam Bloodstain's tail once again as we head down into this fast right-hander. So gonna back off right here. I don't want to force a move this early in the race. I just want to keep us moving up front. In fact, if I follow Bam all the way up to P3, I'm pretty happy with that. Don't really mind. I had made a mistake earlier, and so I'd fallen back a little bit, caught back up, heading down into the S's here. Rex on Rex goes wide. I have to get the undercut on him. Bam Bloodstain goes wide. Now I've got a really nice run here, so I'm just gonna head down the inside, and then he forces me all the way to the right side of the track. Well, what are you doing? I'm like, and then he doesn't give me any room on the right-hander. So the car pops up, spins out. You know, I've got to drop it down first. Luckily, I got a good enough lead to P7 that he's not going to catch me. But I don't know what Bam was thinking there. We've raced each other a lot. He knows I'm not going to try and pass him down the inside if I didn't think I had a good run on him. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know if he was upset that someone was about to pass him or what. But it was a pretty crappy squeeze right there. So you can see Rex on, Rex off, gets loose. Bam just goes wide there. It's just kind of a terrible exit altogether. And I head down the inside, and he's not going to give any room there. Just refuses to give any room. It's just unbelievable. So I spin out, head back up the hill, and I notice a yellow flag, and oh, ain't that karma. Rip Bam Bloodstain. He goes through the S's, and he just takes an awful line. He loses control there, spins out, hits the wall, backs it back over the track. And here comes old Geauxgreddy. So pick that spot back up. Could have been sitting in P4 and battling for P4 with Bam. It probably would have been a fun last couple of laps. Who knows? He might even won, but instead he's about 5 seconds or so behind me, 6 seconds behind me, and P7. I don't know. So we crossed the line here in this race of P5. A little upset about that finish. I feel like I could have had a P2 in that race, but got run off in corner 1 and then again in the S's there. So did pick up about 2,200 DR on the evening. Nothing really to say about the nation's points. I got 100 points there. I had 105 in the previous race, but until I can move up in the lobbies, there's not much I can do. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like I said before, please hit that like and or subscribe. Would help the channel. Come back, check out some more videos. For myself, Geauxgreddy, y'all have a great evening. DJ Clean, take us out of here.